What's going on, YouTube? Psy Guy 29 coming at you for episode 2, part 2 of 55 Bowman Haul. And got another stack today to go through. Hope all is well where you are. And if you're viewing this on the day of release, I'm on vacation. I'm in San Diego, hoping to get some Petco Park footage. We'll see how it goes. Last year, Milwaukee had some technical difficulties. Didn't get Miller Park on, but certainly going to try to get you guys a good look at Petco, or at least a look. I don't know how good it'll be. The wife won't let me go too early, I'm sure. She'll want to see, because our time in San Diego is really limited, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, the reason you're here isn't to hear me ramble about where I am instead of... Anyway. So 55 Bowman, another group of cards from the same gentleman, and all these, I looked up and I thought I was close to 60 for the set the last time, and turns out I was at 68. These do not want to come out. I'm going to try to get them all out beforehand today, and I'm going to guess I've got 15 or 20 probably here today. Yeah, between 15... What the heck? That one seems really thick. That's all in there, though. All right. So we've got between 15 and 20 more. So that's going to push me ever closer. There's 6 now, so there should be 20 here. And nice little stack. Not a fat stack like Mikey likes to say, but a stack nonetheless. And... yeah, let's just go through some of these, see what else I've added to the 55 Bowman collection. If you didn't see the first one, I go a little more into detail about why 55 Bowman and why do I have all these when I haven't finished the 58 set. I didn't really go into that, but it's because I couldn't pass these up, and I love this set. So here we have Brooklyn Dodger Irv Palicia. Wish on the Dodger cards you could see the B logo on the hat at least, but some you can, some you can't. Here we have Ned Garver, pitcher for the Tigers. Giant light tower in the background. Well, there's not too much of a glare there. Next, we have St. Louis Cardinal Vic Rashi. And I mentioned on the last video about the different backs and things you can learn on here. Well, this is the best hitter I've ever seen on the back of Vic Rashi, and no surprise, Joe DiMaggio. So, just the different backs to these I think are kind of intriguing as well. Here we have Ray Catt, catcher for the New York Giants. Next up, we have Eddie Mixus with the Chicago Cubs. Really hard to see the C logo on the hat there, but it is there. Next, we have Willie Jones, third baseman for the Fighting Phils. Outfield wall background there. Next, Eldon Rip Rapolsky. And here's another difference on the backs. And I know I've mentioned this on a previous video, but my advice to youngsters. Oh, that brings us to our first White Sox of the day, Mr. Billy Pierce. Next, Kansas City A, John Sonny Dixon. In a very common pose. Next, another Fightin' Phil, Earl Torgeson. Is that the good-looking card there? Got that hands on the knees, ready to play ball. Next, very good ball player at this time, Sherm Lawler, catcher for the Pale Hose. Next, not sure how to say the last name here, Joe Astroth or Astro, I don't know, Kansas City Athletics, catcher. Kind of a messed up back, a little elongated on this card, definitely a miscut. Next, Bob Porterfield of the Senators. A little brighter, like the background. You can see things just a little bit better. Great stadium shot. Next up, one of these are the lighter colored. Oh, except for the last one, we'll get to that. Mr. Don Bullweg, another Kansas City A. Elvin Tappy, Cincinnati Redlegs. Mr. Stan Lapata of the Phillies, and he talks about the best pitcher he's ever seen. For those that didn't pause to check, it was Robin Roberts. So there you go. Oh man, Gus Karyazakos, pitcher for the Senators. Here we have Kansas City Athletics catcher Jim Robertson. Bunch of catchers in this group. Mr. Pete Suter, the Kansas City A's. And last but certainly not least, check out, are those glasses or just his eyes? I can't really tell. I'm going to let you decide. From the St. Louis Cardinals, Mr. Ralph Beard. What do you think? Glasses or just freaky eyes? I can't really tell. But anyway, that's part 2. There's part 3 yet to come. So, love it. I've really kind of narrowed focus on cards of the 50s. Seems to be kind of my sweet spot, kind of where I'm headed with a lot of my collection, and just picking them up when I see them where I can afford them. And like I said, this was part 2. So I think there was just short of 50 or 60 cards that I got together, and really can't complain about it because they're great looking cards. You know, they're not, like I said, most of them are going to grade 2 or 3. Fine with me. Cards that are that old, with that kind of connection to the time, I have no problem with it. So, till next time, collect what you love what you collect.